All
Okay, we
right.
are live.
Hi guys, it's of course Pete with Beyond Belief Paranormal, and we have Nancy here from Trim Stone Paranormal TV and her team. Her cameraman C.W. Scott from the Paranormal Field. I'm happy that she's letting me use her StreamYard because, as y'all know, I only use the basics of StreamYard. And if y'all are seeing this live right now, I appreciate if y'all share it as much as y'all can. I'm gonna jump onto Nancy's on her side tech and try to send it out. Um, and we'll be talking to her about her experience and about her background in the paranormal field. And as y'all know, I've been away from the paranormal field for quite some time already. I'm gonna try to come back. I'll be trying to come back. How you call it to do more investigations, to try to do my chats. Right now, I just been on medical here at home, pretty much medical rest. I had two torn meniscus repairs, so we're gonna jump into it. I'm just gonna share out real quick to my groups, and we'll get Nancy started on how how you started in the paranormal field, and tell me about your group and where you're at right now.
Okay. Hi, my name is Nisi. And first, I've always been involved with the paranormal. Um, and one day I seen a guy, Mr. Terry Crozier, online talking about it, and found out that he did investigations. I reached out to him, started doing investigations with him, found a lovely team, and now we do our own. Well, we do investigations together. We post all the evidence and everything on videos and stuff on the Trippn Stones Paranormal TV. So yeah, we're like a couple of groups in one. Um, we've been to a lot of crazy places. I think every place that we've been is been active. I don't think we've been to a quiet place. So,
Um, Me and Terry have been to some cemeteries that were pretty quiet, but like we, as far as we know, we were the only paranormal teams who'd ever been in there. So I also don't think like the spirits like knew like what to think of us and devices and who are these two strange men coming in here trying to talk to me?
right.
uh,
And this is Chad. We call him the Chad. He's our cameraman. So, a lot of the videos you might see him. A lot of times, he's behind the camera. So
you'll
we're
hear my loud mouth occasionally.
right. As I was going to say, we're all characters. You'll probably hear them.
Yeah, I think that's what happens to us cameramans. That all you, as you hear in the background, if y'all haven't noticed yet or have heard, I am an official cameraman for Parachicks Paranormal. So shouts out to Sydney Reyes and her paranormal team.
Mm,
So,
nice.
And actually, the Parachick, she's on the other side, sitting on the floor over there. You can't see her right now on camera.
How long have you been working a camera?
Well, since I started paranormal, it's been 16 years. So but for her, I just recently started. It's been already maybe a couple of months or so, 3 or 4 months maybe. And she can, whenever I get a hold of her, she'll be like, don't be lying now. Me and her always playing around with her. She's my paranormal sister. That's my daughter's paranormal mama and her mentor in the paranormal field.
Nice, very nice.
nice. So do you just do investigations in the San Antonio area, or do you go other places?
Me myself, and I know y'all probably been more than me. I usually stay in Texas and around San Antonio, immediate areas. I've gone to, of course, Galveston. I gone to Corpus Christi, Yorktown, Yoakum, Gonzales, Wilson County. Um, I've gone to a lot of places. Of course, close by here, I've been to the Black Swan Inn. I've been to, done the Dunkleated Bridge. I've done ghost shots. I've done almost all the missions. Some of the cemeteries that are around here, and some of the things that you don't think that people would pick up, like at the Dunkleated Bridge. You think it's just a myth. Well, a lot of people don't know the historical side to not
Right.
only just a myth, of it being there. You got to go back more to than just a myth. Now, like I tell a lot of people on my lives, it's an historical landmark, and that used to be part of a battle back then. It used to be Battle of Medina because the Medina actually runs through that. So if you look at the scale of it, of where the river goes through and where it comes from or where it's going to, it's on the body of the land of where these wars were fought, where that war
Right.
was fought. So I mean, it's a pretty, for what I say and what I see in the maps and stuff like that. It's a pretty big battlefield, but what everybody doesn't, what I try to tell everybody, it was a battle that was fought in 3 days, and it was the bloodiest battle that was fought. It was worse than the Alamo.
Oh wow.
So not a lot of people, not a lot of people know that. And for what I know, that there is only three spots that are actually landmarked for that battle itself.
So,
And you go to these
so
battles and you get that feeling, and you start seeing these shadows and stuff like
right.
that. And we actually had I need to look for it, but I actually have a soldier standing up next. There's a flagpole in one of the locations that I have gone to, and he looks like he's carrying a gun like this, like if he's protecting the land, and just standing there.
Wow.
Oh,
What were you
What
gonna ask?
battle is it? I'm sorry, I didn't catch the area in the battle.
Oh, it's called Battle of Medina.
Battle of Medina. Okay,
Yeah,
I got you. I got you.
it goes from, how you call it? It's from 281 to, I forgot Van Army.
Okay.
If you're in the San Antonio area, it's about 281 going to 35, going south out. And
Hmm.
so it's a pretty big. If you look at it, it's a pretty big plot of area.
Okay.
And so I mean,
Is
for it
that in
to
the
have.
Medina area?
I'm sorry.
Is that in the Medina area?
No, it's on the
Okay.
south side. So the reason why it's called the Battle of Medina is because the river that runs by it, that goes through it, is the Medina River itself.
I got you. Okay.
okay.
So that's why it's called the Battle of Medina. So they were trying to conquer over that river to, like, for protection, in my understanding correctly, because I get stories from medians and stuff like that. So we get, um where people were at the bottom of the bank waiting for people just to cross over it, and they would just ambush them and stuff like that, and whatnot. So that's how they used the river. They would
Yeah.
hide down at the river, and once they see these military people crossing by it, and then they would ambush them.
Hmm. Wow.
Oh.
That's
So
And
where's
pretty
we,
interesting. I
the
have to
most
look that up.
scariest place you investigated in San Antonio?
I've been to different, I've been to different ones. To be honest with you, lot that like would blow your mind to get experience from. Um, my per se, if you're really thrill seeker and you want to go, like, say there and now, because I know us as paranormal investigators can't go to an investigation and go, look for it right there, and say I want it there, And so, give me 1 minute. Hold on. Hold on.
Damn dogs.
Yeah, she's gonna go check on me right now. Um, like I'm saying, like we go into a paranormal field, right? And it takes time for us to get out all these paranormals to happen, right? To get all this stuff to happen. So what I'm saying, if you want it right there now, because a lot of people want it, hey, I want it now, not later when you come out with your video or whatever. I would highly suggest anybody to go check out the USS Lexington.
The
Okay.
Lexington?
That's where
USS Lexington, Corpus Christi.
Okay, I got you.
that's where Justin wanted to go.
Yeah, I've never been there either.
So,
I can tell you this much from my adventures there. I've been there 3 times.
okay.
And let me tell you, you'll be wild. You're gonna be like, man, you're gonna be wild. No matter
Oh,
where you go on that ship, you'll have some type of experience. There is certain levels where it's more than others, but you'll feel the presence there. Believe me, you will.
oh wow.
Have to put
Yeah,
that
we
on the
definitely
calendar.
was wanting to check that place out.
Yeah, believe me or not, if you go into a theater, not a lot of people believe when you go to certain places in a haunted place that you're gonna experience something. But even if you go to the theater itself, you'll experience something on the flight
Yeah.
deck, on where you walk in. Excuse me, where you walk into where they store the airplanes. That's where I caught an actual orb during daylight, of course, which is weird, very unheard of. But I have pictures of it where it's like big old ball like that in the air, just out of nowhere.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
I love me a good orb.
Right.
Yeah,
Would you ever go to like Terralingua?
I don't I never heard of it, but I mean if it I would go to tells me I would go to almost anywhere that is haunted. I like haunted places like I told you. My favorite place that I would want to go to in my whole entire would be of course Vladimir in Transylvania. That would be like that's my go
Yeah.
to and like my top of the bucket list to go to. I've been telling my wife if we ever go, I'm sleeping in a coffin. I don't care. I'll go sleep in that coffin, stay there the night or whatever.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, we were thinking about planning a trip, so I'll post on my page when we plan to go to Terralingua, but it's a ghost town. Chad could tell you a little bit about it.
It's old silver mining town. On I think it's not far from the border. I don't think it's directly on the border, but it's not far.
Yeah.
Um, got some natural springs around it. You know, like any good town. There's flowing water out there, but I believe there was some. The silver run dry, and I believe there were some questionable accidents, and eventually the town just kind of faded out. But there was always locals who still lived there. But now it's become kind
Cemeteries.
of a little touristy, kind of.
Hmm.
You can like explore the mines. Um, there's just a lot of history out there, a lot of old history. Um, I believe there's like an old saloon style. I hate to call it tourist trap, but basically like a tourist trap out there. But it's supposed to be pretty cool. There's a lot of history out there.
And it's three towns, three little towns.
Yeah, it's I forget the name of them.
Yeah. If he looks up Terralingua, though, that's
Yeah,
all in
it'll
the history. Those three little
yeah
towns.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
you
not the
know,
one that has that cemetery right across the street from it. Do you know?
Yes. and it's really
I think
pretty out there. I think.
I
I
think
don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about, and I've been wanting to go to it. It has the cemetery on one side and the ghost hunt on the other, and then it has where you can camp out in certain different areas. I was telling my wife about that, and we're thinking about getting a teepee.
I want a
Awesome.
TP so bad.
I really want to. I was like, I want to check it out.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
awesome.
definitely keep an eye on my page. And like I said, soon we'll come up with the date, but so
That's
far
definitely
it'll
a
be like
cold weather
October.
trip.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
don't want to be anywhere near the border right now until like October.
right. Yes. Yeah, so
But
um
there's Balmaria Springs out there too. There's another ghost town type settlement out there. Crystal clear, ice cold blue water in the middle of the desert with like ruins of adobes and uh,
yeah.
like clay walls and things like that out there. Um, that's pretty cool. I think we should check that out while we're there too.
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's right there. I think it's within like an hour of Sterlingwood or something like that.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Go out there. But we need to plan a
There's
trip to San Antonio
oh yes, there's
and
a lot,
Universal
a lot.
Pictures so we could get out there.
All right. So, Woman Hollering Creek and Donkey Lady Bridge. What's
I
your
want to
opinion?
do. I want to. I was just telling her about the Dunk Lady Bridge. If you heard about what I was saying about it, a lot of
Yeah.
people don't think about the folktale about the Dunk Lady Bridge, but there is that war that has been fought in around there. I
Hmm.
have investigated. Technically, I have investigated the Dunk Lady Bridge. Man, I've gotten a lot of things out of there. We've
Yeah.
seen full blown apparitions, people talking in the woods and stuff like that. We haven't even. I've gone into the woods and um, I don't want to say this, but I think we've seen like supposedly a Bigfoot in the woods.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's on video. It's kind of weird. It looked kind of weird. I don't have that video. Somebody
Yeah.
else does, but um, it was real interesting. It was kind of raining that day, and it looked like you know those military people that had the Yeti uniform and stuff like that. That's what it looked like, and he knew
Ghillie
that we
suit.
were videotaping that way, and he stops in the middle of the rain, just looks at us, and we see him in the camera, but we don't see him in the darkness. We don't
Huh.
see
Yeah.
no figure in the darkness, no nothing. And then he's in the camera frame, but that's it. Only the camera frame.
Huh.
And you don't hear
Interesting.
him walking, you don't hear him stomping, you don't hear him nothing. It's just like plain quiet. But what's interesting is when we went back, the following weekend we went back and those trees like pushed over, like on top, like they
Oh.
were pushed over, like if somebody knocked them down. So
Hmm.
nobody else is out there. So
Right.
what's the.
Wow.
Interesting. So,
I'm
have you
getting
done?
messages. Huh? That's crazy. You're asking me a question. They're saying it's
What'd
not
you say,
being
Chad?
broadcast for some reason. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you asking?
Have you done Woman Hollering Creek?
I have. I have not, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I haven't. But here in San Antonio, I had a friend that lived close by, of course, about the Medina, close by the Medina River. That says that she goes to the back of her house and she hears like somebody crying and always, crying, and they don't find anybody in the back of her house.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I have heard stories about it, and I don't know how much true it is about that women Halloween Creek. I have heard that have people have broken down by it. I have, uh, have they stopped and they gone into the waited for people to pick them up, like records or whatever to help them, and that they would
Yeah.
hear women out in that area crying and stuff like that. So I don't know how much of that is actually 100%.
Right. Interesting. Yeah,
So
that's another one of those bucket list places for me. I want to go there and just have the bejesus scared out of me. That's what I want.
Yeah, that and I still want to go to that hospital, Yorktown.
Oh yeah.
Yorktown is very, very like interesting, like totally interesting.
That's good. We've done a couple of hotels recently, and I think we're ready for that hotel. I mean that hospital now.
Right? We got some practice in now.
We got
Yeah,
some new practice in.
my good friends do a paranormal tour there. So the Curious Twins do the paranormal tour there, and I know the actual caretaker and the actual owner of that place. So it'll be trust me, it's I've been there before many of the times, and you'll be like, what?
I thought it was closed.
Yoakum is closed, not Yorktown.
Yoakum's closed.
Yoakum
Oh,
is closed.
I got you. I got
I've been there before they shut it down, before they closed it. And last time that I went was maybe like last year, year before, and there was this guy parked there, and nobody would answer the door. And I left them left them a little envelope saying, call me or message me, whatever. And I
you.
haven't heard from him since, so I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
No say.
Yeah, yeah.
Sydney Reyes is trying to find her destination. She says it doesn't see it, so I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. That's why I'm over here like, what's going on? Anyway, um, so what are y'all's other than the Women's Holiday Creek, Donkey Lady Bridge, if you're gonna go that, which is pretty good to go to.
Hmm.
I would advise to visit like some of the missions as well. You just
Yeah.
got to be careful because some of them do still have priests living in the missions, and some people don't know it.
Oh,
And
okay.
there's one mission that's close by 300 places if you want to visit three places in one. It has the Devil's Bridge, and then we have the aqueducts. They say it's on it. I really haven't caught anything, but there's been. I mean, on the water line itself, you can hear certain things and moving, and like if somebody's walking around there and stuff like that. But other than that, beyond that, that's one of the places you if you want to do like three places in one. It's right there off of Mission Road, and you have the mission that's
Okay.
right there. Actually, you have two missions that are close by there. Well, so
Okay. Mission Road.
yeah, Mission Road hooks up to three. Let's see, one, two, three, actually four missions.
I think I've heard of Mission Road before.
Yeah, it has mission San Juan mission, Espada mission, San Jose something or other, and it goes on and on and on. It's quite a bit.
I'm gonna have to check that out for sure.
And if y'all want to, there's some other places that we can that people don't look into. I know y'all seen me probably. Uh, Nancy has seen me on my lives go to when I go to the Devil's Den. We have heard some the stories about the Devil's Den and stuff like that, and interesting area to go to as well. And it's
Hmm.
actually, well, I was gonna say if you think about Devil's Den and some of these places that I have gone to, it's all linked up to Salado Creek, and Salado Creek runs by one place here. Y'all know what it is? No,
Uh,
the Black Swan Inn.
oh,
Oh,
okay.
So a
Interesting.
lot of places that run through Salado Creek that if you think about it, it runs by it. So I mean, it's the same creek.
Yeah, for sure. You know what? Water's energy. You know what I mean? Water attracts
Oh yeah,
all kinds of things.
it does. A lot of things. It actually helps it also energize the spirits. One of the
Hmm.
areas that I've gone to, it's called La Bahia, which is in like going. It's in Goliad, Texas,
Okay.
and that place. I mean, it is haunted as well. It was it was a fort back in the day. It was a Spanish fort, and according to the stories that Santa Ana was killed out there. Answer that for me. Was killed at the church of the fort. Um,
Oh,
and supposedly that's where Santa Ana's that breath was taken, to what the stories have said.
oh
And
wow.
there's been a massive grave that's by there that supposedly all the soldiers were buried in and stuff like that. So when we did our investigation, we were inside what's known as the main quarters of the soldiers that were there. So I'm sitting down in this chair. We're having a conversation about shadow play because nobody else was outside. All the investigators were inside, closed, and then the lights were shining from outside because they had these lights out. So you see somebody like walking, and why are all these footsteps? And being outside, there's nobody outside. And we just kept on seeing the shadow play. We didn't want to interrupt it. We just kept on seeing it because if you open the door, it's not gonna show anything. You
Right.
know what I mean? So, and what was the purpose? There was only like four of us there, and we were all there in one room. There was nobody else out there at all. And all of a sudden, we hear this loud, like if a two by four was thrown in the background, and this was in the room where they would sleep in. And I was the only one out of all four. I was like the only one that whoop, real quick and took off to where the noise was at. I'm like, what's going on? Where's this board at? And I didn't nothing. Nothing at all could be found. Nothing would explain why was it throwing.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy. But what's weird, the night before that happened, we went to go visit. It was only me and my wife, and I think it was one more person. We went to go visit the mass grave. We went already to the top. I don't know what caused me to go. Hey, I'm gonna go look around the back. My wife was following me. I turned the back and I looked around, just stood there, and all of a sudden I felt like if something hit me in the back of my neck, and it felt like this. I could it felt like that because I felt exactly like that. And I told my wife, looking back on my neck, did a bug hit me or something? She goes, no, but it is red. I'm all like, I don't know why it's red. So I'm thinking the only other thing I could think of was a musket ball.
Oh.
That somebody shot me with a ghost musket ball.
Yeah, because musket balls aren't as big as people think they are. I mean, musket balls. I mean, they're only like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They got big ones, but for the most part, like the come and take it cannon. That that's
like a
not a very big.
barbarian, like a big barbarian almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to feel it and then to feel it right here. And then for a while, it wasn't hurting, just that I know that mark was there, like something, hit me there.
Right.
And it was weird, but it explained that why would it, it's just something that happened. Maybe somebody got shot right there. Who knows? I
Right.
don't know. And then they had
Residual
their old, yeah, they had their old cemetery, the city cemetery, which was like about a block away from there too. And but other than that, you can feel the atmosphere there, and that's another place to go check out and just to get that historical experiment. You know, after there, and I just found out not that long ago, like about maybe a year ago. This is stupid. Why I should have found this out that day. There's an actual mission right across of it.
From
There is
where?
another mission right there, right across. It's called La Bahia.
Yeah.
It's right across the street. It's not that
Interesting.
far. There's a mission there. We went to actually me and my wife visited that day. Well, not that day. It was day. That wasn't a day. It was like maybe a couple of months after that we visited just to go check it out because we thought it was interesting. Like, and they go, well, it's so much to go visit the mission. It's like, we'll just leave it alone for another day. But they have where you can actually sleep the night there. I was like, what? I
That's
want to
pretty
go
cool.
spend the night there. I was like, I want to camp out there. Yeah. That's like I never seen that before. That would be cool for any of these, missions right here. It's like, hey, you can come and sleep the night out here.
Right.
Hey, if you're paying for it, you're paying into the government. See, that's what government doesn't understand, or the city understands. If somebody's willing to pay for it, why not?
Right.
Why
Right.
not? They're not going to be stupid and mess up and mess up the historical side of it because
Right.
they're paying for it. I mean,
Right.
you're getting money to help it maintain itself in the long
Hmm.
run, and that's a lot of people that own haunted sites don't get it as well. Like, hey, I can make some money for myself, or somebody can help me make money. And there's people out there that are willing, trust me, that are willing to go out there and help you make that money. I have tried to do that to a lot of people without asking for myself for money because I can tell you from this point. I live here in San Antonio. I was willing to go all the way to Gonzales that was
Hmm.
trying to restore their facilities and stuff like that, and willing to do ghost tours. And I asked them, I didn't want no money from them. All I wanted to do was to go ghost hunt, show them that the paranormal was there. That's it. They can keep whatever they're making. I don't care,
Yeah.
and that's all it is. That's all an investigator really wants sometimes.
Yeah.
For sure. For sure.
So,
Have you
what
heard of
is
the?
your go-to on equipment? What do you use most?
Well, myself for one, because I'm an
Awesome.
empath. If you didn't know that myself, I'm an empath. When it comes to a hundred locations, sometimes it comes to me, sometimes it takes time. But other than that, I usually use just the basics. I don't use like all these majorly. I go to, of course, Cat Balls is one of them, real cheap. And then we go down to our famous, because nowadays you can download that. My favorite app is I don't know if y'all use it or not, but I started using it. A lot of my friends. Uh, oh man, give me one quick second. Before I go on, sending out prayers to Sydney Reyes and her family. Um, Someone in her family is in critical and ICU. Uh,
Oh,
Before we keep on going, I just wanted to just like, hold on, give me a minute. Let me read this real quick.
Okay.
So hopefully everything goes well. I know it's not a great thing when somebody goes into like a ICU and or anything like that. It's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, this is one of my favorite things to use. I know a lot of people don't agree on it. I can say otherwise. As a person, I never seen an app like this. I mean, y'all probably use it a lot. Maybe y'all might hear it right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
necrophonic.
Everybody has to use. I would advise if anybody's not using it, this is the way to go if you want a ghost box.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the way to go. And you'll hear things, trust me. You'll have to pick out, like a regular ghost box. You have to pick out what's you're looking for.
Right.
but
Yeah.
it will. If you're looking for a specific person, it'll tell you. I wish I can play this recording, but I don't want to disrespect the family. Let me see if I can play you a little bit. Maybe you can
Uh,
hear it. I don't know. Let me see. Trying to find spirit known as Caesar. What's your name? Let me see if we can hear it. So what you're hearing in the background, it is the ghost spots. If you can hear, can you hear it?
yeah, a little bit.
So the spirit that I was communicating with is a person that had passed away, and it was recently. And when I, you should hear it here in a little bit. Did y'all hear it right there? Oh,
It's
y'all didn't
hard
hear
to
it.
hear, but you hear something.
It's kind of hard to hear. When I get a chance, I'll send it to you so you can hear it on the mic instead, or I'll send it to you on on the chat. But I'm trying to speak to a spirit, a person that actually was killed. Unfortunately, he was involved. They considered it a homicide, and I went out there to the location to see if the spirit was still there. And unfortunately, he is still there. Started asking him all these questions. I asked him in English. It said his name in English once, and then I asked him in Spanish, and he said his name again. And but he said it in English, of course. He didn't say it in Spanish at the time that I asked him in Spanish.
Hmm.
So it's really interesting. You just gotta, you know, like listen to what you're looking out for and whatnot.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nice. So, what was that device that you were using for those that don't know?
It's called Necrophonics. It's an app that you can download in the Play Store.
Oh, so that's what the recording, when we were listening to the recording, that's what that
Yeah.
was.
Yes. So what I
Oh,
use is on my phone. What I'll use on the phone itself. It's called a recorder. Anybody can download any recorder. It's called voice recorder. I don't know if you can see it right
oh,
there.
okay.
It's called
Yeah.
voice recorder. So it'll let you record like an actual recorder, and that's what I use. So I can record what was I listening instead of videotaping because I didn't want to do a whole videotape thing. So I did just a voice since that's what we're looking for, and that's kind of what I picked up. Hold on, give me that from up there. Give me that the speaker. Maybe if I put it on the speaker, maybe you'll hear it better. Maybe you might be lucky.
We've used Spirit Talker, the app, and
Uh huh.
had a lot of luck with that.
Scary.
So, and then
Scary.
another teammate had a necrophonics. We had them both playing at this one place, and we had a lot of luck with that. So, have you ever got an attachment or brought home any kind of bad energy that you know of?
No, not me. Not me. Mm-mm.
Do you do any type of cleansing?
Yes, I'm actually. I've been doing kind of demonology for about 3 years, and I had to have done it on quite some people. And the only reason that I started doing it, I It's how you call it. I'm trying to look up this thing real quick. Here it is. Um, it's because I was involved in an investigation, and this person that was helping me, or kind of in the investigation, was in the lead investigator for another paranormal team. I'm not gonna mention no names, but um, he told the homeowner, well, it's gonna cost you blank 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 to get your house clean. And I was like, okay, make sure it's working. Um, I was like, I told her, I was like, and then after he left, I was like, yeah, don't worry about it. Um, let me see what I can do. And then like that night, I called her and told her, I need you to get this, this, and this, and this, and then just let me know when I can go over. Like, okay. So that weekend, I went back to her house, did a whole cleansing in her house, and for a while, I want to say maybe it was like 30 minutes. I was sitting on one side, and her son was sitting on another side. We're sitting on a couch, and I was looking at her son, and he was just there playing the game, and he looked kind of like not her son. I don't know if you understand what I mean by not her son. It didn't look like a kid. It looked like something else. And I was like looking at him like show yourself to me in my head, like show me who you are, kind of thing. And then I was like, hey, he looks at me, and I kid you not, I see these kind of red eyes. I'm all like, what? I didn't have pictures where I took him and they come, his eyes are red. Um, I go, come here. It's like this. I stood up and I go, this is not you, but this is for whatever's on you. So whoever's on you needs to leave his body now. And I kept on telling whatever was on him, he needed to leave his body right now, and I kept on telling it and, demanding it to get out of there, to get out of his body. And all of a sudden, I felt this like gush of air, like coming from him to me. And then all I saw was like almost like a dragon face. It looked ugly
Hmm.
coming from him to me, like past me. I was like, dude, after that, he like sat down real quick. I was like, are you kind of okay? And then I was telling his mom, and then his mom, like about a week or two later, had called me and told me, well, we found out what it was. His teacher was over here opening up portals at school.
What?
Wow, that's
Yep.
crazy.
I was like, what? You gotta be kidding me. I was like, that was weird. But after that, she says she has not had any experience since that, like that day. She has not had any experience. I was like, that is like, wow.
That's scary.
Hmm.
It,
That's
it's
pretty intense.
it is, and I have had a lot of. I had a close family member got an attachment to where I had to pray over her. Actually, I was on an investigation for a friend of mine at her family house, and my wife was sitting on the couch, and me and my friend were upstairs doing an investigation to see if there was anything there that was harming, anything bad or anything that would follow her home from anything, because she had done an investigation with me. And then I remember her cousin, her brother, something like that, was talking to somebody in one of the rooms. I have videos somewhere, but I forgot what he was saying to him. And then all of a sudden, my wife was like this, like she couldn't move, she couldn't, she was like this. And when I
Yeah,
came to her, I was like, "What's wrong with you?" And she would not talk to me whatsoever, whatsoever. She was just like if she was pinned down, like if somebody was pinning her down. And then I started, praying over her, and like whatever's on you, you need to get off of her. You don't belong here. Blah blah blah. Everything. And then we're there like for like 30 minutes. I was there 30 minutes praying over her and everything else. And after a while, she came to us like, "Are you okay?" like, yes, I just got this pain in my on my chest, and then I couldn't move for anything. I go, you need to go sit outside. And so like that, I was like, that was another one. And after that, like, every other investigation, I had to do something to somebody. It was another paranormal investigator that got attached, or my daughter has me and gotten attacked a couple of times, but one of my friends saw it, and she's the one that took care of it. So I was like, I'm thankful for that too. Like, man, I've seen so many things not even funny, so that's why I'm staying into that spirituality, that I can, if I can do it, I know I can do it.
for sure.
Awesome. Yeah, we've had a team member. We went to a place called Crest Haven, and when we've been there several times, and it was always active. And but in the center, that's where all the energies is like lurking or something. Soon as I went into another room on the other side of the building, but right there where I could see the center where everybody was, one of the members, I told her something went through her. Um, and then she just kind of like looked to the side, and all of a sudden she just fell forward, like on her face, just stiff as a board, just fell forward. Like, oh my God. I was like, oh no, catch her. That was scary.
Yeah,
Yeah. We've
the-
seen we've seen some stuff happen. I've
that's
had
crazy.
been attacked a couple of times. Yeah. Energies like me, they'll follow me, they'll come out. All energies, good, bad. Um, yeah. And sometimes I'll feel like I'm good, and then all of a sudden I'll see a shadow, and I'm like, oh dang, somebody's here. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that a
So
lot sometimes. Like, you're all like, yeah, I have to do that double take.
yeah, so I have to cleanse. I live in Gerald, and Gerald is a lot of activity here in the houses. And yeah, you have to be suited and booted over here.
Yep.
So
Just
what
can
is your go-to on protection when you're out, when you're getting ready to go on an investigation? What do you use to protect yourself out and about?
Well, if I know I usually don't use protection when I go in, to be honest with you, because if I do, then I won't be able to feel anything. Like, I won't sense anything. So it's like a shutdown, like a closed door for me.
Uh,
But I have to cleanse myself afterwards. Usually, I'll use sage. I'll use sometimes Palo Santo. I use there's this oil that I use, and I guess I'll tell her, but usually I don't. But it's a oil it's anointed oil, of course. But it says it's from Saint Michael's.
oh, okay. Yeah,
So yeah,
nice.
that's one of the things that I actually use also as well when I have to cleanse somebody, because it helps me a lot when I pray over. So those are the things that I do when comes to cleansing myself and stuff like that. Because like I said, I don't want to close myself off going into a paranormal investigation.
Yes. Well,
Before
I do
I
like at
stop,
least a little bit of like Florida water on me.
yeah,
Um,
that mhm.
going out just as a habit, because like I said, I'm a magnet for energy. So, but I still get activity around some investigations. I won't put that Florida water on right before the investigation. I put it on like after I get my shower and everything, and then later on I'll go investigate. But right after the investigation, oh yeah, we're cleansing. We're cleansing before we get in the car. We're cleansing the cars, cleansing
Yeah,
the
sometimes.
equipment.
Oh yeah, and we do that a lot. When I get home, I'm there cleansing like a week after the investigations or so. I'll be here cleansing the house and stuff like that, and or sometimes we have to do it when we get home because Sometimes you get these,
Yeah.
spirits that want to attach themselves, go home with you, and stuff like that. But before I forget, I just saw something right now. Shouts out to Irene, all the way from Japan.
Oh, hi, Irene.
Hey, Irene.
Yeah, I was
We
looking
know.
at the chat. I was like, before I forget anything.
Yeah, I can't see the chat, so
Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes. And Shimra, it's been weird. I wanted to
nice.
try. I'm gonna try turn it. I'm gonna try this one more time. If it doesn't work, then I'll just send it to you. If it does, great. If not, well, we'll see what happens. I want to try it one more time because I want to make. I would like to everybody to kind of hear what to hear for, and how necrophonics plays when we're recording it, and what we're trying to hear for. What voices to pick up on when we do, the investigations. Because as us as paranormal investigators, we know what we're looking for when we're using these types of devices and stuff like that. And some people were like, "What are you trying to listen for? We don't hear
Right.
anything." I get that a lot. So I mean, it's best to try to explain to what we're trying to pick up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna try this one more time. Let's see what I got here. Okay, conmigo. Caesar, are you here with me? Can you tell me why that? Can you tell me why that group, amigo? You're attacked. ¿Cómo te llamas? Y'all hear it right there? I can
I can't
I
tell
can
what it's
record.
saying.
I'm gonna try it one more time. Let's see. It's real low, but what we're looking for, if you can barely hear it, it says because what's your basically is I'm asking what's your name in Spanish, and then he goes, "Sí, soy yo, Caesar."
Okay.
Oh,
Stopping fresh recording. It passed it. Can you tell me your name? I'm gonna take all my earphones in, maybe find the actual place for it. It's because it's wise, one in English. Hello? What's your name? Can you tell me your name? ¿Alguien aquí que quiere hablar conmigo? ¿Cómo te llamas? Right there. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. You heard that?
yeah.
I don't know if
You
y'all heard it
definitely
right there or not. I know I can hear it from here, but I'll send it to both, or I'll send it to Nancy so she'll send it to you, or you can message me and I can send you a clip for it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I have to hop off here. I have someone trying to get a hold of me to go catch a snake. So I got duty called.
Good luck.
All right.
We'll see you
Bye, guys.
Thank
later.
you for
Nice
coming
meeting you,
on.
Pedro.
Nice meeting
Okay.
you.
He's
Yes,
also
it's
a certified snake guy. He
wow.
removes snakes.
I didn't know that. And that's where's he located at?
He lives in Burnett,
Is that close by
like
you?
by Georgetown. Both of us live outside.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to like Georgetown. I've been to Georgetown before. See, the way I think of Georgetown, it's south of me for some reason. I don't know why, because that's the way we go when I go like towards. Oh, wait, that's towards west, not Georgetown. Georgetown's up then. They're going up there towards almost where you're at, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I get
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah. Yeah. Not too far from Austin. Love it.
So, what's your next thing like? And you have anything plans with it within a couple of months from now, like maybe 2, 3 months from now?
Well, we'll have to see. We're like trying to plan around the weather and the heat because, like we talked about earlier, we all have problems with our knees.
Trust me,
So,
I know.
and then in the heat and everything. So we've been looking for like indoor projects and um like I said, we have Terralingua on the calendar for October. We just haven't set a date. Soon as we set a date, I'll post on my Facebook and I'll send to everybody. So if anybody is interested, for them to let me know. And we're gonna just like everybody just go out there and meet. We're gonna set up tents. Um, yeah, and
Is there gonna be like
have
a cost for it, or you don't know yet?
huh?
Is there gonna be like a cost for it, or you don't know?
No, it's free.
So I don't know if you heard of Parapalooza. It's gonna be a free event coming up here, and my good friend Robbie Brown is kind of like in charge of it. I want to go to it, but I'm like, yes, no, because of course of what happened. So that's not until like September 7th, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
So I can send
Nice.
you some more information about Parapalooza and stuff like that. And also, we're gonna have Paranormal Fest coming up. Also here
Oh,
in San Antonio at the Black Swan Inn. Um, I'm gonna promote it for Black Swan Inn. It's nothing that they're asking me about to do or anything, but they're good friends of mine and whatnot. So that'll be another one. A lot of good people are coming down here. I heard. Of course, we all know Ryan Beals in San Antonio, Texas. If y'all haven't heard yet, he moved down here to San Antonio, Texas. So if y'all want to come and see Brian Beal, he'll be there at the Black Swan Inn.
okay.
What else do we have? I know there's quite some bit of people that are going to be out there. I just keep on forgetting who's going to be out there. Um, Try to get some information real quick. But other than that, I have no idea. Let's see. Hopefully, when I get back to where I'm at, maybe we can probably even meet up ourselves. It doesn't have it just be out of the ordinary. You know what I mean? I can go
Yeah,
up there and we'll go do something, show me around or whatever, and whatnot.
yeah, that would be real nice. I'd like that. Then we'll have to plan a trip to go San Antonio for a couple of days. I know there's so many places to go that, yeah, take a couple of days.
There's a lot. Like when I mean a lot, there's not only here in San Antonio but around San Antonio that a lot of people don't go to. A lot of towns that have little haunted stories and just different things about them. And I've
Yeah.
gone to Fredericksburg, Texas has a couple of them. Converse has a couple of them. Um, there's a lot of like Winston County, like I said, has an historical jail. Um, excuse me, Gonzales. Oh man, I will never. That I'll keep on going back to that place and over again. I love going to Gonzales. That jail is never with doubting of on a paranormal investigation. One of the times that we booked it, one of the one of my family members has gone up there to where they had the uh, where they're sentenced to death row, and
Uh,
she was walking by there, and then for some reason she was grabbed inappropriately, should I say, close by one of the cells, and yeah, I have gotten pickpocket. Basically, you can say is they actually grabbed my wallet, picked it up like midway, and then let it go back
oh
into my
wow.
pocket. And I felt that. I had felt it like twice before inside that jail. It's not even funny. It's like, hey, y'all need to stop messing with me. So that annual Paranormal Fest is gonna be uh it says here it starts on Saturday, September 21st, and actually I think they do it Friday because they do an investigation for the VIPs, and it starts at 2 p.m. to 11 a.m. That's when they open up the doors, and it's of course it's going to be at the Black Swan Inn, and a lot of, like I said, Ryan Buell's going to be there. We got Dustin. I don't know if you know about Dustin. He was also featured on Ghost Hunters, um,
Okay.
and he's going to be there as a speaker. We got also,
Is there a
oh shoot,
cost?
yes there is. Where the cost, we're gonna, let's see. I believe it starts at $40 and on up to, I think it's all the way to 100, and I just saw it right now. It looks like 120. Yeah. So the VIPs are like about 120. They're gonna take you dine dash, whatever. The whole works. T-shirt, you name it, on there. You got a guy from Joe. What's his name? Joe Franks. He is a chef investigator. He also an art, like Arthur, and then Mama Moon. I don't know if you know who that is. She's a spirit. She does the ghost box talk and spiritual tarot cards. Um, Amelia Van, she's really cool. I've seen her. She's a medium, second medium, and everybody. I'm pretty sure you know who these girls are. If you don't know, I don't know what to tell you. The paranormal putas are gonna be there. So I've seen them a couple of times when I've gone. And
Nice.
Sydney Ray has been lucky to speak on the all girls paranormal panel twice, uh, 2 times in that year of the paranormal fest, and then I was good enough to be there support. I try to go out there and support the paranormal field, basically, not out there to cause any drama and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm new
And
to all of this, and yeah, I want to start going to some of the Paracons so I can start meeting more people and networking, finding out some other locations.
and believe it or not, some of these people are very like really nice. There's one person, and I'll shout out to her, Benny Paranormal. I mean, Beanie Meeting. I'm sorry, Beanie, if you're watching. I doubt it. She's actually the girlfriend of I keep on forgetting his name, but he's a James. There you go. He's an demonologist.
Oh, nice.
But she's really good. I mean, believe it or not, a lot of people doubt her sometimes, but she's a real cool person to talk to, real cool person to get along with. And so is he. Believe it or not, so is he. I can tell you this much: the people that are out actually in the industry of video and stuff like that. I hate to
Uh-huh.
put it up. I hate to put this out there, but it's true. And this is just coming from me that I met certain people. They think they're higher than certain people, if I may say, and I'm not trying to downplay anybody, but I mean for all the people that I met that are in the film industry, on TV and stuff like that, some they act like it, but they do. They
Yeah.
really do. They don't. You don't think they do what they do. I have met Chip Coffee. I'm not gonna say anything bad about him on Facebook, but yeah, unfortunately. So, well, let's see where we at right now. I know it's kind of hard to see any comments on there, but if we had missed anything out there, if we missed out anything up in your chat or in mine, because I know I can probably see it on my end.
No,
But if we missed out,
I don't
go
see
ahead.
anything in my chat, but
Yeah, yeah,
any
because it's kind of
comments
hard
I'll
with
go back
StreamYard.
and
So
say
if we missed
something.
anything out there, I'm sorry. We're not getting any live chats right now. Because I didn't even said. Let me see. I might have to go onto yours because on my end when I went into like to say kind of hi, I didn't see
Uh-huh.
it pop up either. So let me see something here.
Okay.
Oh, that might be it. That might be why
Uh-oh. What happened?
you're connected to YouTube.
I'm connected to YouTube.
Hmm. It looks like it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
stream to YouTube and Facebook.
That's kind of a little why. We usually
Oh,
when we stream to YouTube, it's a little downfall on the Facebook side. I'm just letting you know
oh,
because I have friends that stream to Facebook and stuff like that. It's the same thing. Trust me, it's not your fault. It's the whole link up, the way it's all linked up together.
oh, okay. Yeah, I did.
Nothing that you did
You.
wrong. Yeah. Well, it's nice talking to you, and I meant to tell you, and not in all kindness to you. You have a lovely smile. I see that you're all light and happy and everything else, joyful
Yeah,
and stuff, and it's good to be like that, and especially when you know when you have bad days. It's best.
yeah. I have to be the light in the dark. No.
Sometimes people do, and you know what? And it happens that way where some people can be sad, and you try to have to bring them up and whatnot. And
Yeah.
what are you doing? Oh, I thought you were taking pictures. I was gonna say pictures and autographs after the show. Not during. Sorry.
Right. But yes, we should link up again another time.
Yeah.
And then hopefully next time it'll be a little bit better. But I think we still did good.
You did, yeah. I think we
Um,
did good, and I appreciate, like I said, your help, and unfortunately for me, I don't have the whole subscription, and I love everybody that does, and I appreciate everybody that has, and like I had told you, I appreciate everybody that's been praying for me to get better and stuff like that. Slowly, I've been doing it, and been here at the house and just exercising my knee, and I can't be laying down for a period of time. I hate laying down. I sit
yeah.
up on the side of my bed. I do a lot of things. I sit on the side of my bed. I stand up for a little while, and being a pain in the butt.
Yeah,
Um,
I had that ACL. Well, I had the meniscus repair and the ACL done in December, and this was my last month of recovery. Like it took
Wow.
that long, and I'm still
So
struggling some.
how long have you been on recovery?
Since December, my surgery was December
Ah.
8th. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they told me it's gonna be about 6 months. I'm like, 6 months? I'm like, what? Oh, I can't do 6 months. You're nuts. I'm all
they
like
did.
using the machine that they prescribe to me like every time I can.
Yeah, they did my other knee in November, did my right knee and the ACL in December. So
Wow.
that's why I was like, I feel your pain. I'm still going through it, but I'm like almost over the hill.
And I hope it gets there fast. I'm all like, I want it to speed up. I don't care what it takes. Just, I don't want to be here.
Keep moving it. Keep moving it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
I
you'll
do
be
it, and you know what's weird is I told my wife too. Since they did my surgery, I haven't had to use the main like major painkillers. The legal
yeah.
ones. I haven't. Thankfully, I haven't. I mean,
Yeah. I didn't have to
I've
have
been more in
to.
my nothing. I only been using like the aspirin so that I get like headaches up here. So that's the only thing
Hmm.
I'll take. But other than that, for my knee, I hurt more on my foot that I hop around on than I do on my knee.
Yeah. Aw. So how long is your recovery?
They told that, like I said, they told me about almost 6 months. I'm like 6 months. That's what they said, but it can be shorter than that. So
How
I'm
far are
hoping
you
less.
in?
I'm hoping. Well, I just barely since what was it, the 10th that I went to surgery.
Oh,
I had
okay.
my surgery on the 10th. So yeah,
Oh, you're a newbie. No.
first one never had. Like I told everybody, I never had a surgery in my life. Now this is the first one. Now I can't say I never had surgery.
Well, yay, you made it. And it'll get
So far,
better.
yeah,
And eventually you'll forget about it. Eventually.
yeah. Hopefully
But yeah,
so.
it's gonna hurt for a little bit.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on to the podcast, and thank you for letting me stream on your side. And I appreciate it. And hopefully, we'll keep in communications until we can do another one later on in time or whatever. And you know,
Yes,
we'll keep
most
in touch.
definite. Yeah, because I was thinking about maybe doing a story time, and so I might reach out and see if you have any interesting stories you want to talk about.
Oh, there! I got you. You just say which one, what kind, and everything. I probably got something for it. I, like I had a friend posted up on Facebook. She posted up saying, I want to hear scary stories." I put on there like I got no, I got a lot of them. What do you want to hear?
Right. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll be reaching out to you and everything soon, and we'll get together again.
Okay, well, thank you for having me on, and everybody have a good night. Until the
Yeah.
next one, I'm from Beyond Belief Paranormal. We thank every one of y'all again for checking out the live. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.